Now hello. Today we will start new chapter 7, that is characteristics of living things. So what you have already studied about, there are two types of things, living things and non-living things. So what are living things? That grow. Living things, what are the characteristics? That grow and move from one place to another and respond distinctly, who respire and need food to live. Na? These are the characteristics of a living thing. So all plants and animals including human beings are living things, because if you see plants and animals, plants when you grow they are very small, and as the time passes they grow into her big trees also, correct? Firstly, when you grow plants, so they are very small, and after some times they grow up and it's increase in size, and when it increase in size, plants also give you food, and food from which you get energy. So you don't have to do anything that like a machine use, that way you don't have to do it, grow on its own, so it is living thing. Same way a human being, you see in your home also, small child is born, and then after as the time pass it grow into a big human being, or you may say it becomes an adult or a human being. So what you have seen, that it has been growing. Second, it move from one place to another. Suppose you walk on your own, you doesn't need any special machines to walk, correct? Do you need any special machine to walk? No, you walk on your own. Na? That's why living things grow, need food, respire. You take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide, means you respire. Non-living things do not show any of these characteristics. Do these things shown by non-living things? No, non-living things does not show these types of characteristics. They does not grow, they does not respond distinctly, they does not need food to live. Na? In non-living things, in some of the you give electric currents, in some of the vehicles you give fuel for work. Na? But as the fuel will get over, it will stop. The non-living thing does not respire, does not respond distinctly, does not need food to live, na? Does not respire. So, things such as sun. Sun is not made by man, it is made by God. The sun, air, water and soil occur in nature and are also called natural non-living things. Because you see the sun of same size every day, isn't? Do you see the sun in the sky? So does it change its size? No, its size always remains the same. Then same way water, wherever there is a water, that only evaporates, then again you get in the form of water only. Na? The water, air, sun, moon, these are all natural living things, natural non-living things. They are not changing its size. They are found in nature, but it is not man-made, it is made by God. So that's why the name is given natural non-living things. Living and non-living things are different from each other in most ways. There are two common features of all living things and non-living things. These are, both have mass, occupy space and have shape. What are the features of all living and non-living things? Common features. Common features. Common features of non-living and living things are: first one, both have mass and occupy space and have shape. Mass, occupy space and have shape. You can see whether you sit in human being, whether you sit in chair, table, desk or electronics at your home, all have space taken by it. All use some space, so that side is written. They occupy the space, have mass and have shape. Okay, this is first characteristic which is common in both living and non-living things. Both are made up of very small structural unit, very small structural units called atoms. You know, when things are being made, they are being made. Firstly, when atoms combine, they become molecules. Na? So they are made of very small structural units, that's why it is mentioned, and it is called atom. They are very small in size, that cannot be seen by your naked eyes. You have to see this by microscope. Okay, by microscope only you can see this. Then, what are the characteristics of living things? What we have talked about, what are the common characteristics of both living and non-living things. Now we will discuss about characteristics of living things. So what are the characteristics of living things? All living things show some basic characteristics. These are structural organism, growth and development, food and nutrition, respiration, excretion, reproduction, definite lifespan, movement, respond to stimuli. These are the 9 characteristics which can be found in living beings. Okay. So now let's start with the structural organization. First one is structural organization. Now see, you are a human being. So does your body, head, neck, eyes, hands, all have some structure? Do you have na? If I say you go in a forest, and by the structure you can distinguish now which animal it can be. Can you? By seeing the structure you can tell now which animal it can be. The living organisms are made up of structural units called cells. With what living organisms are made? With the cell. A cell can be seen only under microscope. It is different. It is smallest living unit that can carry the basic functions of life: growth, metabolism and reproduction. What are the basic function of cells? That are growth, metabolism and reproduction. These are the basic structure. Some simple organisms are made up of only one cell, like bacteria, fungi, amoeba, paramecium. How many cells are needed for them? One cell. Then most of the organisms, including human beings, are made up of several different types of cells. They are called multicellular organisms. So what are the 2 types of organisms? Unicellular and multicellular. So you know, uni means one cell, and multi means many cell. Multi means many. So unicellular means organisms which are made up of one cell. And what are the examples? Fungi, amoeba, etc. And what are the multicellular? Many cell. Example: human being, animals, etc. So what are the 2 types of cells. Unicellular means one cell, multicellular means many cells. So the organism, they depends. Some organism are of one cell, that are amoeba, fungi, etc. And those who are of multicellular means many cells, they are human being, animal, etc. Okay, these are the two types of organisms which are found on the earth, unicellular and multicellular. Okay, then non-living thing also show structural, but the structure units cannot carry our life process. Carry on. That structure means your body structure is different. Animals, if you see, they are different. So from this you can guess what type of animals and what type of persons are going to move. Okay. Then next is growth and development. Okay, this is structural. Next is growth and development. What we are talking about? Growth. Growth is one of the basic features of all living things, resulting from the division of cells inside their body. Now, you know that cells also divide inside your body. Okay, it doesn't mean that once there is a cell, then it will be for your whole life. No, cells are destroyed, then again new cells are being developed. That's why your body used to grow, move and do their work. The growth is one of the basic features of all living things, from the division cells inside their bodies. All living things grow in size in an organized manner. Some living organisms grow only for some period of their life, while others grow continuously during the whole period of their life. Animals grow up to a certain age, whereas plants grow throughout their lives. Have you seen that plants grow throughout their lives? Have you seen this? Yes, you can see small plant when you have start growing. It increases its size day by day and then becomes a big tree. Correct? When it grows day by day, then it becomes a big tree. So what does it mean? Plants grow. Human being also, a small child is born and time to time that child grow into a big human being. Same for animals also. They are small cub-like, and from time to time as they grow, they turn into a large animals. Non-living things do not grow, but they may increase or decrease in size according to external factors. You can increase or decrease their size according to external factors. Just a lump of clay will not grow on its own, but will increase in size if we add more clay to it. Okay? If you put a sand anywhere, and if you want to increase its size, it will not increase on its own. What you have to do? You have to put more on it. Na? When you will put more on it, then its size will also increase. So that's why it is said, living thing increases in size, but non-living thing does not increase in size. It remains same as it is. Okay, that's for this part today. Okay, that's for this part. Next we will discuss in next part.